Time you hear the name Cenk Uygur, you hear Armenian Genocide Denier. So he did write an article back in the 90s when he was a Republican, by the way, that the Armenian genocide was, which it is a genocide, was not a genocide, and that it's a very strong word. It was a bunch of bullshit. It is a genocide, and that's the truth. And now what you're going to be seeing a clip here of Cenk. He was talking about, he was doing a segment on the Young Turks with Anna Kasparian. They're talking about, we talked about this on the show as well, it's the Rohingya Muslims being massacred and persecuted, and they're considered to be one of the most, if not the most persecuted groups in the entire world. So it's a bit of a confusing situation in there, but it has a lot to do with regional differences. But what you're going to be seeing here is, Erdogan, who is the president of Turkey, came out saying that, that's a genocide. And what Cenk is going to criticize him for is saying that this is a genocide, which it is, even in the case of the Rohingya in Myanmar. But he refuses to call the Armenian genocide, which it is, a genocide. And it's sad because we're such good allies with Turkey. Obama doesn't use it. People don't use that term in the U.S. who are politicians and things like that because of our ties. Now, you're going to be seeing that clip here. Check it out.
Out because they want more attention brought and they want more action taken, especially by the leader of Myanmar. Turkey's President Erdogan had a statement as well. He has said that the violence against the Rohingya Muslims constituted genocide, and told Suu Kyi, who is the leader of Myanmar, that the violence was of deep concern to the Muslim world, and he was sending his foreign minister to Bangladesh.
Now, how is that for irony?
It could not be more ironic coming from the Turkish president. Funny that he considers that genocide. Anyway.
Okay, so.
And it is genocide, by the way, just to be clear, but he's a little bit of a hypocrite.
Yeah, they targeted an ethnic minority and marched them out of the country. What does that sound like? So look, I'm glad that Erdogan is trying to fight for the Rohingya Muslims, and we all should, to make sure that they are not treated in this brutal way. But the temerity of him to mention the word genocide when Turkey doesn't recognize the Armenian genocide, where an ethnic minority was targeted and driven out of the country, that's an irony too ridiculous for him to bring out. But look, and marched them out of the country. What does that sound like? So look, I'm glad that Erdogan is trying to fight for the Rohingya Muslims, and we all should, to make sure that they are not treated in this brutal way. But the temerity of him to mention the word genocide when Turkey doesn't recognize the Armenian genocide, where an ethnic minority was targeted and driven out of the country, that's an irony too ridiculous for him to bring out. But look,
support independent progressive media by leaving a subscription down below. Leave a like and share the video. Help us out on Patreon, or you can donate in other ways. Links are in the description down below. We are fighting Trump tooth and nail, and we will continue to do so with your help.